Welcome to Your Baby Can Sleep. This video is about a sleep training program and a sleep coaching service to help you get your children sleeping through the night for their benefit and yours. The audience for this video is parents with children 6 to 12 weeks of age, not sleeping 6 consecutive hours at night. Parents of 3 to 6 months olds, not sleeping 8 consecutive hours at night. Parents of 6 month to 6 year olds, not sleeping 10 consecutive hours at night. The intended audience is also expected parents who do not know how to sleep train their children to achieve the above milestones. Hospital midwives and birthing classes won't teach you this information. The video is also intended for parents looking for a no-drug approach to achieving sleep for their children of any age. Finally, the video is intended for parents with children that do not have a medical condition directly affecting their sleep. Well, if you've clicked on this video, there's a good chance that some of these things are happening in your house right now. Your child will only fall asleep when nursed or bottle fed, given a dummy, rocked, bounced, or taken for a ride in the car. Lots of time is being spent helping your child get to sleep. Your child doesn't sleep for more than a few hours. Your child's sleep is erratic. Your child sleeps in or beside your marital bed. You and your child are tired, stressed, and moody. Your child's not eating consistently. You're waking up to your child many times each night. You don't go out because you don't want to disturb your sleeping child. Your child tantrums, and only you can calm your child when they awake. So there goes the babysitting idea. You're not getting time for yourself, your hobbies, your chores, or your friends. There's lots of noise in the house. Work performance is suffering. Your relationship is under stress. Your sex life is poor and non-existent. You're feeling out of control, and your own lack of sleep is starting to take a toll on you and your family. But you know all this, but what you may not know is the long-term effects on children of inadequate sleep. Studies show higher levels of fatty tissue and obesity, higher basal stress levels in the morning as measured by cortisol, fatigue and bad moods, less ability to respond to and cope with new or difficult situations, tantrums, emotional control and other behavioural problems, poor academic performance at school, slower learning, lower IQ, less attentive and more hyperactive, poor memory and organisation, social and relational problems, psychological problems, poor health due to compromised immune system, digestive disorders, to name but a few. Here are the references for these factors. Take a screenshot if you'd like to have a look at them. Here's a second page. There are also long-term effects on parents of inadequate sleep. These include increased stress and anxiety in the afternoons and evenings, increased feelings of hunger, increased likelihood of obesity, depression, including postnatal depression, impaired immune system, impaired ability to retain new memories, greater emotionality and irritability, loss of libido and happiness, a degradation of work performance, withdrawal from social activities, cardiovascular issues, exhaustion, eventual inability to cope and relationship breakdown, again to mention a few. Here are some references for those factors. Alright, who are we and what can we do to help? Well, I'm John, the founder of Your Baby Can Sleep. I'm a qualified teacher. Since I was 12 I wanted to help families, and when the timing was right I founded Your Baby Can Sleep because I could see that this was a huge need for families. I'm passionate about helping your family. I'm from a family of midwives, mum, sister, cousins, and have many midwife friends and colleagues. My mother started midwifery 63 years ago and my sister is a practicing paediatric emergency nurse. They've all taught me very, very much. I'm also the father of 4 physically and emotionally healthy children, all of whom I taught to sleep through the night by 6 weeks of age. What I and my team of coaches will teach you is what I have learned and used over many years and what I have taught many young families with great success. Alright, before I show you what we can do to help, I'd like to show you 5 secrets regarding childhood sleep. The first is, sleeping through the night is normal. Contrary to what you might have been taught, sleeplessness at night is not normal. And if you think your child is sleep unique, you're wrong. See, what happens is a baby develops a circadian rhythm of their hormones around about the 6 weeks of age mark. And this rhythm drives the baby to sleep during the night and be active during the day. Only you as a parent can disrupt that rhythm. The American Academy of Pediatrics published a table of normal night sleep durations for children of various ages, and I've included that in the blue on the right. As you can see, time awake for newborns and babies is mostly the time spent feeding. A 3-month-old that goes to bed at 7 after playing with the family and has a night feed should not have time awake during the night. Similarly, a 9 or older month old who goes to bed at 7 should not have time awake during the night either. So, sleeping through the night is normal. Secondly, broken sleep may not fix itself. Sleep problems aren't something that your children just naturally grow out of. If you're going through the same struggles with your child night after night after night, you already know this. The fact is, babies who don't sleep well become toddlers who don't sleep well, who become adolescents who don't sleep well, who eventually become adults who don't sleep well. Sleep is a learned behaviour. Your child is doing what you have taught them to do, and they will keep doing it so long as you continue to encourage or allow them to. The longer you leave fixing it, the more damage will be done, and the harder it will be to fix. So, broken sleep may not fix itself. The third secret I'd like to let you in on is that a child's sleep habits are parent-driven. They're not child-driven. What is happening in your household is exactly what you have made and what you've allowed. A child has no idea when they're born, when, where, why, or how to sleep, feed, play, or take care of itself. That's your job. You're the responsible parent. You're the grown-up. You're the intelligent teacher. In the absence of your responsible leadership, your child will simply overwhelm you with their unreasoned, selfish demands, which you will have no course but to react to. This isn't parenting. You need to change your attitude. Your child doesn't have a sleep problem. You have a parenting problem. The good news is, if you do something about it, all your child's habits can be formed into a psychologically and physiologically sensible, healthy regime. This isn't my belief. Studies prove that parenting styles determine sleep patterns. Here's a quote. Ineffective parenting styles, of the permissive sort, and daytime disruptive behaviours were more likely to be associated with the milder sleep disturbances found in children. There's the reference. So as you can see, a child's sleep habits are parent-driven. They're not child-driven. Fourth secret is that sleep training can be achieved without harming your child. You've probably heard that sleep training means abandoning your child to cry themselves to sleep without any support. This is often referred to as crying it out. Scientifically, it's also known as unmodified extinction. You have no doubt come to believe that this is extremely harmful for a child. This is a great myth. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine reviewed 52 peer-reviewed scientific studies published between 1970 and 2005 involving 1,100 children between the ages of 6 weeks and 5 years regarding the behavioural treatment of bedtime problems and night wakings in infants and young children. In October 2006, they reported that across all the studies, 94% reported that behavioural interventions were effective, with over 80% of children treated demonstrating clinically significant improvements that were maintained for 3 to 6 months. In particular, empirical evidence provided the strongest support for unmodified extinction, crying it out, and preventative parental education. And that's the whole basis for the sleep programs. An overwhelming majority of children responded favourably to these behavioural techniques, resulting in not only better sleep but also improvements in child and family well-being. Study after study, sleep training was found in a very short time to reduce bedtime struggles and night wakings, increase sleep for child and parents, improve child temperament and mood, reduce parenting stress and postnatal depression, and increasing confidence and marital satisfaction. Most importantly, not a single study identified a negative effect on the baby's behaviour or relationship with their parents. There is simply no scientific evidence that sleep training of any kind by loving parents causes any damage to children, and lots of scientific evidence that is good for children and parents. The fifth secret I'd like to let you in on is that sleep training is not selfish, contrary to popular belief. Over time, you've subconsciously learned that getting up multiple times during the night for your children is part of the job. And you've probably learned that your baby shouldn't cry. After all, it draws attention, it's stressful, it disturbs others, you fear being perceived as failing to meet their needs, etc. So as parents, we feel selfish if we want a good night's sleep by seeking to implement sleep training. Our perceived selfishness is exacerbated when we understand that our child might cry during the sleep training process. Well, I want you to consider a safety message from an airline hostess. She says, if oxygen masks fall from the ceiling, parents should fit their own masks before assisting children. In an emergency situation, if a mother was selfless, fitting a mask to one of her children before herself, she would be unwise because she could pass out, and the child she fitted the mask to may not be able to fit a mask to her or to their siblings. What is even more tragic is that the child with the mask may remove it without mum's supervision. If the mother was selfish, putting her mask on first, then she could quickly save all of her children, and that is wisdom. So the first scenario is you right now. You're pandering to one child in the present, but in the long run, you're being counterproductive. The second scenario is like sleep training. Sleep training, while seeming selfish, is actually wisdom. The parents get sleep, and so does the child and the siblings. The parents are more able to parent well, and the negative consequences of poor sleep are avoided for all. So put those selfish feelings away. Sleep training your child doesn't just let you get a full night's sleep, it's also the wise thing to do for your children. Now, I'll show you what we can do to help. We offer a sleep training program with simple, clear parenting information in video and written format, so you know what to do and why. We offer specific guidance for each age group of child with step-by-step guides on how to affect and maintain change. We offer phone assistance from a coach as required. We also offer a sleep coaching service with additional phone assistance from a coach as required, personal visits to your house to discuss or diagnose difficult problems and assist, and coach live-in options to guide, encourage and support you through the process. What do we promise? Well, that your child will not be physically or emotionally harmed in any way. Your child will be sleeping through the night within 6 weeks for newborns and within 2 weeks, typically 3 days for others. Your child will achieve a stable meal routine and you will learn how to be better parents. There are also many other beneficial side effects for your whole family. We also promise to lead you every step of the way and to be there if you need help. Some frequently asked questions. How long will it take to see results? Well, every child, parent and family is different, so it's impossible to give an exact answer. However, most parents will see a significant lasting improvement in their child's nighttime sleep from the 3rd night. Will the results be permanent? Yes, provided you continue to employ the simple techniques you're taught. Is it hard to learn the techniques? Not at all. What we will ask you to do is very simple and it requires no skill or expertise whatsoever. Will the program involve my baby crying? This program is designed to change your child's sleep routine, and this will be achieved by changing various aspects of their daily lives. No child likes change, particularly when they're getting things their own way. Your child will therefore probably complain for short periods during the program to let you know they're not happy with the changes. No parent likes the sound of a complaining baby. This program will not discourage you from dealing with your baby's legitimate needs in any way or at any time. However, if you're unwilling to tolerate any crying, not even for a minute or two, then no program will help you change your baby's sleep routine. So, if you're ready to put those long nights of interrupted sleep behind you, if you're ready to make a commitment to your child's health by giving them the gift of a good night's sleep, and to get started today, we're looking forward to helping you. If you want sleep training help or to find out more, book a free consultation now.